Aztec fans, it's been a minute, but we're back. And in this video, we're going to be looking at some of the spacing problems that the Aztecs have faced this season so far, especially when a Gueca rope has been on the floor. Here we see pretty basic action from the Aztecs. Mitchell comes off of a down screen, gets the ball at the top of the key, and then receives a pick and roll. He drives to the hoop, but look at where the defenders are. Both Trey Pulliam's guy and Agueka Rope's guy have their feet in the paint. It looks like Nathan Mensah should be open for some type of lob, but really, that would be a really hard pass to make, and he's not quite there. With no real options to facilitate for Mitchell is forced to take a jumper over two guys and manages to get open, but it's not the best option. This clip shows, for all intents and purposes, the same play. Mitchell's going to get the ball off of a down screen and drive to the hoop and get walled off before he can get there. We can see Agueka Ropes guy has his feet in the paint once again, making it very hard for Mitchell to get to the rim. There is a relatively easy fix, though. If Jordan Shackle sets the down screen instead of Agueka Rope setting the down screen, then after setting the screen, Agueka Rope can then screen for Shackle in a screen-the-screener type of action, and Shackle can end up right here, leaving him wide open for a three-point jump shot if the defense collapses this hard on Mitchell's drive. This clip shows another example, but this time off of a post-up, and you'll find that the solution is very similar. We'll see Jordan Shackle make the inbound pass to Matt Mitchell, Agueka Rope on the far weak side corner, and guess where Rope's defender is? You got it right, 2 feet in the paint. If a Rope was a shooter, Nathan's job would be to set a screen right here, and then Mitchell could throw the ball over the top and you have a wide open shooter on the weak side corner. But a Rope isn't a shooter, so the solution, if you want to keep the same personnel, would be very similar to the last one. Have a Rope make the entry pass, then after making the entry pass, have him set a screen for Shackle coming around the outside of the arc to get an open jump shot right here on the strong side wing. To Mitchell's credit, he makes this shot, but let's make his job as easy as we can instead of forcing him to take tough twos. This clip is of the bench unit, and I threw it in here just to give an example of what the play could look like with proper spacing. This time it's Tomajic posting up with the ball, and look where Keyshawn Johnson goes as Tomajic is posting up. He's going to set a screen on Lamont Butler's guy because Lamont Butler is a shooter. And so with Keyshawn Johnson setting that screen, Lamont Butler should be open for a three, assuming Tomajic can see it and make the pass. Tomajic makes the read a little bit too late, but this is what it could look like with proper spacing. This last still will show what it can look like with the starters, except for Seiko replacing a Rope. Here, Mitchell is isolated on the left side, and look at Nathan Mensah screening Adam Seiko's guy. This means Mitchell could, if he wanted to, make that pass over the top to Adam Seiko, and this guy right here has to defend two players at once, so somebody's going to be open for a three-point shot. Also notice that there's far fewer people in the paint guarding a drive.
Fewer people in the paint means Mitchell can get to the rim easier. Now, this isn't the best example of that, but it does show improvement, and the spacing here is much better. So in the future, if lineups like this continue to be used and this improves, that spacing will get even better as teams will realize they have to guard Seiko out on the perimeter too, which means as Mitchell drives, he'll be able to, once the big man steps up, he'll be able to dump it off to Nathan Mensah for an open dunk. That does it for this one, though, Aztec fans, and I'll catch you next time.